and we'll put that in right after communications items because I think that updates are going to be pretty short this time. So.
Oh, my hip hurts.
All right. Now, are there any? If we don't have time for that, I'll move it to the end of the meeting. Okay. All right. So, all right. First, athletics policy updates. Anybody?
So I was supposed to go, but definitely. I'm pretty sure it's not anywhere. I emailed the chair and she never emailed me back.
Okay. I'll see if I can get notes from 17 and then shoot that out to everybody.
Okay.
All right. Well then, right into initiative updates then. So, as usual, go to the left. So. Are you ready, Kalechi?
Wait, let me swallow this. Jared, I'm gonna take your time because I went to my SGC.
Oh, at a time? Okay, I didn't get it.
Yeah, no,
right.
You're fine. I completely forgot. I don't even know the name of my SGC. Library policy. Right now they're in phase 1, which is an important phase because it's talking about discussing and getting a better understanding what the goal is of the committee, not the committee, but of what they need to, of what we need to prepare to present to the steering committee. So right now they're just talking about ideas for the library. No, was it renewal? I think it was renewal. One of the two that had to deal with the library. I put the SGC notes on the Google Drive. But yeah, so it's all in there. But it's just really just theorizing what we can do and what our goals are to be able to present it to propose it to the steering committee, so then they can give us a go ahead on continuing the planning of it. Because this is all for the when the university tries to ask for state money, so that's what this is. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's it.
Cool. All right. So now initiative updates. Thank you guys. Kalechi?
Okay, so last week I didn't do anything because it's been break. Okay, yeah. But the week before that, I found out I was approved to go ahead with the event that I'm trying to have for the mental health forum and minority and underrepresented communities. And also I have a meeting scheduled with Aaron, who works at the Mosaic Center, for Wednesday, this Wednesday at 11 a.m. And I'm trying to get a meeting scheduled with Colin to talk about what I'm trying to do for the week after that. I'm not sure yet.
Patrick?
So we'll be meeting with Assistant Chief Bruce Perry this coming Thursday. There we go, sorry. And I hope to discuss with him kind of what his plans are for like student outreach and stuff. I know something we've discussed before. But I have to have something like solid for the end of the semester. So that's what we're, I don't remember what I did like 2 weeks ago. But.
Well, I mean, you mentioned that there was a meeting on a Thursday or something.
Yeah. Yeah. All the meetings are on Thursdays.
Okay. Do you remember what happened to that meeting at all?
Oh, sorry, no, it got canceled.
Oh.
It got canceled. Yeah.
Do you have a date for your wind tunnel event yet? Or are you doing the donuts, the police and the wind tunnel? Or is that not?
What wind tunnel?
Okay, never mind. There's not a thing.
Wait, do you mean a breezeway?
That's the one.
Oh, wait.
You just call it a wind tunnel?
Sometimes your brain gets close to the word.
Oh, it's definitely a wind
I mean, it definitely gives you wind. You're not wrong.
And it's also a tunnel.
Close. Freedom.
Actually, Candace had mentioned that. Coffee with Cups. But
Don't use that.
With a K.
we're gonna move forward with that program.
You are?
I would like to, yeah. Actually, that's good. I'll definitely
Krispy Kreme with
All right.
I'll definitely do
If
it.
you want to do that, then get a date. Because
Yeah, well,
a lot of things.
I'll meet with him on Thursday and discuss it. Yeah.
Okay. Brandon.
So we set up, Sean and I are planning on meeting with I mentioned the transfer support committee people on April 15th. Vlad is asking us about questions we might want to ask transfer students when they have their town hall. And also they're also having a focus group session or a thing where they're getting random transfer students and like getting information in there. Wow. So if any of you all have questions, or if you do, send them my way so that I can send them this way. And then they're also having a town hall, and he is offering us to be a part of it in any way that we can. So show up instead.
Can you get questions from students as well, or is it just SGA?
Yeah, anyone. I think the point of us asking questions is so that we can use that information as we continue working on our things and as like, not leverage, but like leverage, so that we know what they're going for, if that makes sense.
What
So
is
like-
that something you want Michelle to put out to students? Ask questions, or is it not really?
Not really. I think if we're gonna push something out to all students, we just ask them, instead of like asking what questions they want to ask.
Yeah, that's fair.
I reached out to the student athletics, student athlete committee person. So we're gonna see how student athletes are. We talked about Greek life, so I want to do that this week. Greek life and international students, and I want to start like compiling the resources I've been getting thus far.
Thanks, Brandon. Yes.
So to piggyback off of what Coach said, I didn't do nothing either. I was about to say something else, but YouTube. I didn't do anything. I'm still great. This week I'm going to set a goal for both of my initiatives. Well, my top two ones, mural and the charging station. So I'm going to talk to Dan, meet with Dan this week to figure out what is going on with that process and what his contacts have said, so we can move forward and make sure this week's done before the semester's over, or at least formal purchase of it. And then I want to figure out what's going on with my contacts at facilities for the mural, because I think we've just been having a lot of miscommunication issues.
Is any of your meetings that you're waiting on get scheduled?
No, those are the two that yeah. So that's what I'm like, just get it done. Do it by this week.
All right. Francis?
So I worked on the FYA president, vice president, speaker, and assistant speaker documents over spring break. And Brenda responded, well actually, I don't think I did call him. But the senator one should be done. I think it should be done. And then the assistant speaker and speaker, I still want you and Brandon to look over that. Brandon already commented on it. So I just have to make the adjustments, and then, yeah, so that's going pretty well. And then I started the FYA one, and I emailed it to you. You saw that? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't.
I didn't know your last name.
Jordan.
How did you get back to me? I'm sorry. And then the STEM initiative, the signal one. So I'm going, Jose, Mary, and I all emailed one stakeholder, and we should be meeting with them in the next 2 weeks. I haven't followed up on that, but because we didn't have a meeting with them.
are you guys trying to have that event before the end of the semester?
Yes, but
Yeah,
it's like feasibility is kind of,
Yeah, it's a short time frame.
Yeah.
Even if a meeting in 2 weeks.
and it's been hard to like meet with people who could actually get it done faster, if that makes sense. So that's the big.
Okay. Kai. Hello. There's glasses.
So, I found out 3 other people who's working on this initiative. I think they're all FYAs. So, I'm planning to reach out to them so I get to know them. I'm also going to reach out to another person who's also interested in working with the initiative. They're actually working with the initiative with me earlier, but communications fell through the contact. We sent a doodle poll to our stakeholders so we can have a meeting or in-place meeting in 3 weeks. So Colin sent another doodle poll. So hopefully by next week's April. So by the end of next week, we will definitely see.
Okay, good. And for your plan for the year, is that in concrete? I think it was. Yeah, what's your goal for the end of the semester for the bike year?
For us to have a vendor for like a bike vendor and guarantee a contract for a bike vendor and if possible have it in place by then. That's hoping.
So get the contract.
At least
most of them.
we will definitely get contracts. It's just when it'll be here for discussion. Because contracts are important.
All right, thanks, Pat. All right, so now, does anybody? This was where I had like the communications item thing. Does anybody have any things that they would like to ask the student body or for Michelle to put out to students?
I just want the board to open the student art space. That's it.
What is it?
Just the SGA board that's in the student art space.
What it filled?
Yeah.
You're talking about the bulletin board?
Yeah. Or just take it
The
all.
little one?
Yeah. No, the one that's on the wall on Allie's office. You know, the one
It's like this?
Mhm.
Or the chalkboard? The little, yeah,
It's not little though, but it's like,
compared to the chalkboard.
well, yeah, in that one, yeah.
And then I got one thing. So, April 15th, we're gonna have a forum here, public forum for students, or it should be whatever. I think it's April 15th. It's like 3 Mondays after this one. Or so we'll have a public forum in here for students to be able to talk to the Senate about anything non-related to the budget. Can you create a Google form for people who want to sign up for that forum? And all they would need is just their name, a student, or if they're representing one, and then their UMBC email. Yes.
Also haven't been seeing that many flyers for election or just promoting SGA period. So
I think that's more election board.
I'm saying or SGA period.
Oh, okay.
Like I would just like to see more advertising for it. So if there's a way to get on like the screens or something, having that, just SGA stuff needs to be out there so people know that it's there.
Anybody else?
Is the library policy asking for input? Or
Yes,
I think that would be helpful.
yes, but I'm not gonna say policy because I'm not sure which one.
Right, probably renewal. I think the RLC is a good opportunity to get input on how people are like receiving that or how they might want to see things change. I know we talked previously before about like how they were gonna like remodel the spaces in the library.
Okay, yes, so I brought that up. So right now, we're not in that phase yet, because we don't have like a schematic or blueprint, or there's no architect firmly defined to this yet, so we're not even that far along yet. But in the sense of what we can do as an SGA, and I spoke to, I can't remember her name, but our contact for our SGC, and she was saying, you know, we can, as an SGA, do small things to impact the library for the betterment of students. So if we see something that we can contribute, you know, just like something small, like to make like a SGA corner or something like that that's in there that may have like more mountain type of furniture that's affordable, that won't break our bank or whatever. But like if there's a way we can impact the library in any small kind of way, we're able to do that, because with this SGC, it's very much so just planning. Like we don't have a budget. So because we are more in that you know, financially in that place, if we do see something that we want to, like if I tracked up something to be voted on, we can do that kind of thing.
All right, thanks, Michelle. Appreciate it. Okay, so with that, do you guys want to postpone? Do you guys want to go right into the discussion for Senate allocations and then continue that once the people come for like after we've done the elections, or do you want to just table that till after we finish the 3 elections and the allocation? So do a quick straw poll. All right, so if you want to go right into it, raise your hand.
Go into the agenda or
The Senate allocation discussion.
Okay.
How long do you get to do?
What?
How long do you estimate to do?
Well, Patrick wanted 10 minutes, and we've done 5 minutes till the first conference. All right, let's go into it. All right, Patrick, start it off.
So guys, I think that we should draft a resolution giving our money to finance board.
I'm sorry, say it again.
And we should draft a resolution giving our pot of money to the finance board to allocate to a student organization. Or like can get that money.
Okay.
So one thing, this is the reason why I didn't draft that legislation, is because I think that we should give it to finance board, but I don't think that, or I think that we should wait to see if we use it, right? For other like initiatives that are coming up first. And then if we don't use it, then I think toward the end of the semester we can give it to finance board.
I think the problem with that though is like there's not a whole lot of time, like because they're right now like the events that they're trying to fund are like coming up. Like there's not like, so I get like wanting to wait for it for us, but like I feel like we've never really used that money in the past, like a large part of that money in the past. So like there's not a whole lot of use for it, and we also like we're just gonna run out of time, I feel like, and like not have spent that money when that money could have been very quickly spent and used by our students.
You guys can just.
You can go first.
Oh,
How much is it out again?
2,500.
2,500? And are you suggesting giving also the entire pot?
Well, I think that'd be a good place to start. But like, I think, I mean, if there are concerns about like around money, I would, you know, want us like keep $200 back, just in case, like $300 back, in case we need like money for that. Because I definitely like that's definitely a reasonable explanation of like, you know, we need to like make sure we have money if we need that too. But I feel like there are safety measures for us, but finance board is like there's nothing from it. There's no backstop, right? They're like out of money.
Yes. Do you know how much your charging station costs?
The cheapest one, estimate like $1,000 to $2,000. Maybe it might be a couple $100. I'm not sure.
Wait.
But those are expensive. So
But if we do like multiple charging stations in the conference, right, that's already.
so we're only doing one. So it's gonna be the pilot
Okay.
station. So there's only gonna be one charging station.
And then we also have a membership. We have a initiatives fund as well.
Yeah.
Do you know how much is in that, Brittany?
Almost all of it.
Okay.
Oh.
To Patrick's point, like I understand what you're saying, and why we should give it to finance board, but I also don't think it's fair to rush ourselves into like using it, because though it hasn't been used before, we're not the same people that haven't used it. So I think that'd be cutting ourselves short if we all, with how Jared has curtailed you know, us being responsible for our initiatives and things getting done, I just feel like we should aim to do that. Just because I feel like we've been cutting ourselves short with being able to use those funds to our fullest potential, because that was the intention. I feel like we shouldn't have to rush ourselves to help them out because they ran out of money. Though if we could help them and if we were in a different position where we had more time, that if we did use it, that we could give it to them. But I think, in all fairness, of us still finalizing our initiatives or getting midway to the point of being able to produce something, I don't think it's fair enough to take the money out of it.
But don't we have an initiative fund of like $7,000?
But isn't the executive board using parts of the initiative fund?
Parts of it, yeah, but it's a multi-risk.
But I'm saying, like, because when Colin came to our last meeting, he said that he used a portion of it.
Yeah.
So how much is still left?
That's a question for
Who's that?
Carly and Colin.
Oh,
Last meeting, you approximated like 7,000.
that's how much was left?
Yeah.
It's like a $10,000 line.
So I think your pilot's good. I think your pilot's good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we are not going to pay for all of those charging stations. That's a Congress problem. The point of the charging station pilot is to see that it works, so they can then allocate money to then go into it. Based off of the idea that Colin said that we use our money to start up things so they can do it on their own.
Yeah.
And that's just not a fair purchase and burden to be on SGA. So we're only purchasing one.
Yeah. Is that good for the discussion? Anybody else have anything to add? Do you guys want to see legislation on that? If Patrick wants to write it up?
Do we have to vote on it, or do you just want us to read it?
If the legislation's on the floor,
Do we have to vote for it?
Yeah, it'll
That's
be a
what it would
vote,
be,
so
right?
you can always just say no.
Okay.
All right.
I think I would be interested in seeing something that is like sustainable, like something that you can use, like a charging station or like something in the library, as opposed to a like a one-off situation. So, for the Senate applications.
You mean instead of going to finance board, yes, or no? So I was like,
Yeah, still on that same thing. That was
If you guys have any ideas, you can let me know. And I can talk to the contest that I have through the SGC, because the director of the library sits there and also the provost. So yeah, I'm willing to give them that. It's open for everybody too. Yeah. Oh, you should have said that. I should have said that to communications. Like, put out like a force of things, like figure out what students feel that they need most at this moment in time. Because we're trying to service the students of right now, not like in particular. So.
All right, cool. All right, well, that concludes the Senate allocation discussion. All right, so next is the election of Pistola as senator. So, I'm going to pull up the legislation and let's go around and introduce ourselves. So, I'm Jared, I'm a senator, I serve as the speaker, and yeah. What?
I'm a collection of the senator.
I'm Patrick Musabit. I'm Sean, I'm FYA.
I'm Brandon. He's the speaker.
Maybe as me and the senator.
I'm Francis Asada.
And I'm going to be executive vice president.
I'm Candace I, this is the Director for Leadership and Governance, and I'm also serving as the SGA advisor. I'm Todd.
So, yeah, did you, what did you do? Did you introduce yourself?
Or no? You know, you wanted the
Yeah,
everyone else to introduce themselves.
Wait, do you know how the process works? Should I explain it to you before we talk? All right, I'll explain it. So, with the Senate election, the way it works is, first you give, or we prefer that you introduce yourself and give like a little bit of an introduction. Right. And then we're going to ask, everybody's going to be able to ask you a question. Okay. And then at the end of that, there'll be opportunity, or we're gonna ask you the final question if there's anything else that you want us to know about you. And then after that, Senate's gonna go into a discussion in which you can't talk. And then everybody's gonna vote, and you need a majority vote to be elected senator. Okay? All right, so yeah, you can give us an introduction on that. Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm Sola. I'm a biochem major, but I recently just decided elimination of biology, and then I added some minor. I recently just talked to Jared about like everything that you guys do, and I think it's really interesting, and I would like to come on board. Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, you read it? Huh? Wait, you read it? Oh, so, okay.
All right, does anybody have a question?
Just like a generic question.
Yeah.
Well, mainly for Jared. I grew up in the universe, stand out to you.
Okay. I was talking to Basola, and so at first in our conversation, actually, in all transparency, she thought it was, she didn't think it was a Senate role. Okay, she thought it was a secretary role, but I started telling her about Senate, and like, I know, it's funny. So then I actually explained the role to her in like all its contents, and her eyes just lit up. She seemed super excited about it, you know. She really wanted to make a difference, especially when I told her about Kalechi's initiative. And she seemed like she's very hardworking. She seemed like she's very capable, but she's not that involved on campus. So she has a lot of time, and she has a very high ability to apply herself in SGA. So I thought she'd be great for Senate, especially. Yeah. Yeah.
What would you like to work on as a possible initiative for Senate?
Like by myself, or
It can be either by yourself or someone you would work with.
something that really bothers me on campus is the way that we print. We print using red cards, and I don't think it's like convenient. I think it's like more. It helps people who live on campus more because like there's a high chance that they have like money on their red cards as opposed to like leaders who wouldn't really like have money all the time. I think like in my community college we used to have like machines that use like coins and stuff. I think that's like better and like easier for like everyone as opposed to just like serving just like one or like a student that's something that
And one thing to keep in mind is that also with this year, there's only 1 quarter left, really. So most likely, she'd be working on a smaller project, or I'd try to help her join with one of the projects that are already working. So.
Question. So do your like time requirements look like that? How much free time do you usually have to put into SGA?
I have a lot of time, yeah. I don't really have like that many courses that I'm into right now, so I think that, yeah, it would be definitely like good.
Are you good during like? So part of the responsibilities are as senators are going to trade governance committee meetings and others, and those are generally meetings that happen during the week during like a 9 to 5 period. So would you say that you might have those type of hours available?
9 to 5.
Right.
Like every day or?
Or any day, actually.
Not the whole block of night.
Right.
They
Within
just
that
happen
block.
during business hours because
Okay,
it
yeah.
involves higher administration and staff faculty.
Okay, yeah, that could work. That works.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I was like,
Yeah, thank you there.
So like what past experience do you have that you think would make you like a good fit for this role?
yeah, I told Jared before that I used to be part of the like student body in high school, and basically I was the class president, and basically it's basically like the Senate. I had to like listen to like my fellow classmates and actually like listen to what they wanted and like put that out there so that it gets so that they get what they want. Like, basically.
Anybody else? No?
I think Brandon's thinking.
Thank you very much.
So you said you're a sophomore? Yeah. What's your major? I'm a biochem major. I said I was going to change my major from biochem to bio, and then I'm now a psych minor. Okay. Okay.
They had a point why I asked that question. Can't remember it. Give me a second. Oh, going off of Claire's question of your past experience. You've been here since freshman year?
No. I transferred.
You just got here this year?
No. Last semester.
Last semester?
Yes.
Okay. So then that's all I was saying.
Any other question?
Okay, now knowing that you haven't been here for a very long time, what made you think that you would be a good fit? Has anybody asked the question already? What made you think you would be a good fit?
I should have asked something.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Going off of what she said, more in the sense of like you just got here, you're brand new. Most people don't actively step into a leadership role in a new place. So what in you? I feel like it is the same question. I feel like
It's just different.
it is because I just want like because that is bold. It's like courageous that you decided to go for this because you are new to this campus, regardless of your year.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
You asked me the question.
Yeah.
I think it was because like
I'm so sorry. Okay.
Did you hear what I said?
what you said.
Why do you want to be said?
Yeah.
Okay. So before I transferred here, I used to kind of like hide, and I didn't used to do anything. Like I was just like, I didn't know what was going on before. And when I transferred, I kind of promised myself that once I transferred, I was gonna like be more active and actually do stuff, so that like once I graduate, I knew that I actually did something. And like my college life was kind of like grounded. I did something. That was kind of like why.
Okay, now I can answer all of it. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry it took a long time to get there.
All right.
You're graduating first. You sure?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to tell us that you have to say there?
We're trying.
Did you ask that question?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Is there something you want me to say? I don't
No. It was just, it's an opportunity for you to say anything.
Anything else that you think
Yeah.
would like sell yourself, not sell yourself, but like promote yourself for this position?
You're conveyed hope.
Yeah.
Conveyed yourself. Is that right?
Yeah.
Convey that with the right word. Portray.
All right.
All right, cool.
All right.
We're gonna move to discussion now. So, all right, is there anything I would like to say?
I like her answer. The second time that she said it, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think it's really cool that she decided to, she noticed that in herself. I think she's very observant. And to be observant intrinsically takes a lot. And for the fact that she had this opportunity and she took it, I think that is great. I think that's a good fundamental lesson you should possess in order to be able to step in this place because she wasn't, she may, you know, be nervous in this space, but the fact that she had the bravery and courage to step into this, I feel confident that she'll be able to carry that out in her SGCs and whatever initiative she may create on her own or become a part of.
I want to say that I like, based off of the questions that were asked and the responses that she gave, I see the potential for passion about a subject or initiative that she could start in Senate. So I definitely think that not only will she tackle what she's doing, but like do it well. So that's always really nice and refreshing to see, and they're trying to accomplish something in the team.
I like how she was able to identify like a need amongst like certain communities that exist on campus, specifically commuters, but we don't pay attention enough to commuters. So I guess I hope, or I mean it's up to her, but it would be nice to see like an initiative that kind of focuses.
Anything else? Is there a motion?
Move to approve SL 40-1819.
Second.
All right. Number of senators for. Number of senators opposed. Abstaining. Cool. And with that, the motion passes. Congratulations. All right, so come up here for the oath of office. Oath of office. All right. So, be right here. Raise your right hand. All right. I do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of Senator of the UMBC Student Government Association and will, to the best of my ability, promote and defend the interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students. Congratulations. Cool. All right. Rousey. Joshana. Right there. All right, great. Okay, this one has the let me just look at it real quick. That was Meyer. Perfect. All right. Welcome to the show. So, this is the SGA Senate. And I'm sorry about not being after you for so long. But, welcome. So I'm Jared again, I'm the speaker. So here's how the process works for elections. Okay, so first, we're going to do introductions. So we're all just going to go around and introduce ourselves. Just name our positions, I guess. Only a couple people here are senators right now. And then after, it's going to begin the interview process. So what we ask first is that you open us up with a little introduction about yourself. And then we're going to go into a questioning phase where every senator is going to be able to ask you a question about why you're going to run or what you like, your time commitments, whatever's going on. And then we're going to conclude by asking if there's anything else that you want to tell us. Okay? And then at the end, we're going to move into a discussion in which it's just senators who are able to discuss, and then we're all going to vote. Okay? Sound good? All right. Cool. So first, let's just do the introductions around. So I'm Jared, I'm a senator, and I serve as the speaker. So I'll let you.
Hi everyone, I'm Joshana. Thanks for having me today.
Me and Miss Snyder, she heard hers. I'm she heard hers.
I heard that as an executive vice president, I she heard hers. Kingsburg, who the drone system director for the leadership and governance and our service as team advisor, she heard hers.
You can introduce yourself.
I'm sorry. Yes,
Alright,
Hi.
great. Alright, so that's everybody. So welcome, this is Senate, so, yeah. So to open us up, if you give us a little introduction about yourself and why you want to be senator.
Hi everyone again. I'm Tashana. I'm a junior at biology major. I got to be a senator because I realized that the SGA is one of the most direct ways that the students of UMPC's voices can be heard, and I like to be a part of that. I also saw the protests that happened against sexual violence, and I thought that was really interesting. And I feel like I would like to be a part of an organization that can help persons who are in need and whose voices can sometimes go unheard.
Cool. Thank you. Alright, so would anybody like to open this up for questions? Yes.
Can you remember one more time what your major and year?
I'm a biology major and I'm a junior.
A junior?
But I'm also a transfer student.
How long have you been here?
This is my second semester.
Okay.
But, cool. I'll just say why I found you. So, I know you Tashana because I remember her interview, and during her interview, I remember that she seemed like she really cared about the student body. She seemed like she was very capable of making the change, which is something that all senators need to have, right? And I think what struck me the most with her was just her ability to, or what I thought was her ability to be able to work together with different people from all different places. I thought that she is a very accepting person, a very warm person, very good at working in teams with people from what I was doing. And I thought that because of that, she'd be really great for Senate. So, yeah.
What was your past experience? This in general, you think will help, and no, any past experiences you think will help give you a strong foundation as a senator?
Well, I have some experience with SGA because at my previous community college I served as the vice president of the state government, and I really enjoy the opportunity just to be around students and just listening, because I like listening and trying to help, because I'm an empathetic person. So any way that I can help or assist, I always go towards that.
What do you hope to get out of this experience as a senator?
And from this experience, I hope that I'll gain some more leadership experience. I hope that I'll participate in more UNC activities and just meet more people, and also get to meet each and every one of you guys in here, because you guys seem
Brandon?
What do your time responsibilities look like? I'm just really understanding that we as SGA officers are expected to be supporting SGA events and things that are going on, and as senators we're going to do these special governance meetings. So what does your availability look like during the work week?
I'm pretty flexible. During the work week, I mostly just go to class, and I attend other clubs, but I'm pretty flexible.
in particular that you're looking to accomplish?
I don't have anything in particular right now. No, I don't have anything.
Okay.
That was her question.
No. This is my last one. Very last one here.
Oh, wow.
Is there anything else that you would like to tell us? That you have to say about
Alright. Well, in that case, we'll move to the discussion portion. So,
She was delightful. I loved her. The sheer joy that was on her face just talking about interacting with, like, she's a female Brandon. Like, she just, like, her, you can feel when she's talking, well, I can feel when she's talking, like, she really just wants to help students and give voice to those who, who aren't heard. And I feel like that's the bare minimum you can do. But to have that much, like, the value that it seems like that she has, that being her goal and her mission of why she's stepping into these spaces, I think it's amazing. It's very authentic. Yeah. I wish I could do that happy about younger people.
anyone else? Is there a motion?
Motion to move to approve SL 41-1819.
Seconded.
I don't know.
I put it down last time.
You slid it.
Alright, well, okay, so, does anyone would like to register this then? Alright. Number of senators for? That's everybody, so. With that, this motion passes. Alright, so now you guys ready to
Stop.
You really do care of people. Kind of gross.
I do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of Senator of the UMBC Student Government Association and will, to the best of my ability, promote and defend the interests and well-being of UMBC's undergraduate students.
What?
I knew you were
Do your job.
I can do your intro. I can do your intro. You do your intro, and I gotta start. That's very good.
Alright. Cool. Next on the agenda, allocation for member vote. So, we probably won't need 10 minutes for this guy. This is an allocation to provide strength tests for SGA Senate and FYAs.
Is that a strength class thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Question. I was about to say, how many of us have not taken it? If you don't know, you do not take
It's just wrong.
Yes. So it's the way you get stride, your strengths plus thing, you finish it and you get your top 5 strengths. Raise your hand if you have not done it.
If you have not done it,
What you've done, so
Yeah.
where?
Oh, it was because this application I did in Columbia.
was it leadership?
I have to look.
It's not the good. So it's just 3 of y'all? So you guys.
Yeah, but
I feel like if you do that for leadership position, they'll get your strengths,
Yeah.
so they can like let you recruit you or whatever.
Those are hard.
You still have to take it? Okay,
That's 4 now. And it's what, 39?
This Seth ticket.
We can allocate, but not spend it all.
Okay.
Okay, so,
We just gotta figure out exactly how many licenses we do need to get. So. Alright, so how many people?
is there any further discussion?
We can get a list of everybody.
I don't even know
I'll send out an email to the SGA Senate and FYA, so like Sean, I'll send one to Sean too. And it will have a link to a Google form, and if you haven't taken the test, then you can put your email in there, but get it done by Wednesday. Fill out the form by Wednesday, because then I will coordinate with getting the license at the campus.
Do you want us to forward it to you when you're already?
Well, no, because what we're gonna plan to do, hopefully, is to have an after-study activity in which we can discuss, like, what the next steps
For those of you that have already taken it, please contact the people that you took it with and find out how you can access your account. So you can get that packet that they gave you.
Okay.
So you get a packet and you can download that packet. If you want to.
And if you can't access that packet, you can take it again.
Right, yeah.
It's not like a big issue. So just, if you want to take it, fill out the form, don't fill out the form.
All the people.
Like 4 minutes.
It's a solid.
Very much like.
I go quick. I wear
Like Myers Briggs, 100 questions.
That was crazy.
It's like a 10-minute test.
not the one you
16 personalities, that's 100 questions.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like this or this, this or this, this or this.
Yeah, this one's like a grade out of 5. And then there's 2 different things that you choose. And it's also, it's after science, but
Yeah, the activity would be after.
yeah.
Yeah, so it would be like, it would be optional. So it's not necessary to all take it if you don't want to. Or even something like that. But I think it would be something cool to do. So with that said, is there anything opposed to doing this? Okay, cool. All right, well, in that case, is there a motion to vote? Motion to approve. Brenda, are you going to show us the vote?
No, you go ahead.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
I haven't seen the numbers.
SL 42-1819.
Second.
Wow! Oh my God. Spread the power. Spread the wealth.
All right, number of senators, number of senators for?
No, what if you
Rise people up.
1, 2, 7. All right, great. And with that, motion passes.
Hard work. We're missing one. Are we full now? How many senators?
We're down 1.
Hey.
But
But that is, I don't know.
I don't know if you're going to do any more confirmations. Yeah, right. So this is probably going to be set for the rest of the year.
Welcome to the group.
Alright, alright, and that is the last thing on the agenda. So, are there any announcements?
Dear taxes.
That's important.
My announcement is just about the softball thing, again, because, the girl me and the guy who wants to start this club softball team, and it's currently like there's like these little, I would say, limitations for not having one, which is like basically their softball team field, and they say they need another field to practice on. They can't practice on that one because no one's going to it. Only the team can practice on that one.
Oh, that's rough. Because we pay for that.
Right. So I have emailed the director of club sports. She didn't respond, so I'm email again.
Well, I'm not gonna help with
That's
that.
okay, I'm okay.
Because I'd be mad.
Right.
That's tough.
So you use student fees to pay for a field that students can't use? That's funny.
That's fun.
That's so funny. Anybody else?
Shout out to Candace for bringing pizza.
Good.
Oh, okay. If anybody wants to go to a leader shop on Wednesday,
What's the thing to?
this week's theme, only I do. Because there's, hold on. It's, today, sorry, my calendar is here. Skills to pay the bills, identifying your skill sets.
Yes.
How to distinguish between what some people call hard versus soft skills, or cognitive versus super cognitive skills. Cognitive skills are, I'm a C++. Super cognitive skill, I'm a really good communicator. So how do you demonstrate that to somebody? And show that, well, first, how do you identify those things yourself? And then second, how do you explain those to somebody else? So that's at noon on Wednesday.
Is this like application or like theory based type of workshop?
It's very much like a workshop where you are trying to apply theory to trying to apply.
Like, do you give in that time and space for the tools to figure out like what your skills are, or you just like, here's how you
No, it's in that space.
Okay.
It's in that space. And it's developed and led by Yao. We know Yao?
No. Yeah.
Next.
Yes.
I love you.
I love Yao too. Okay, well, that's mine. Yao, almost
There's no comments.
Yeah, he's wonderful, he's great, he's put a lot of work into this. So there'll be some hard window stuff, there'll be some like, how do you, what are some, like, doing some compare work with somebody, and there'll be free pizza.
Oh.
At 11 o'clock, or 12 o'clock, 3 hours, in Common 328. So if you want to do that, show up. There you go.
I'm sorry. So I have a SGA meeting on Wednesday at SGA Senate Meeting. I don't always have to work.
Is it AAA?
Student
Academic, like administrative, advisory committee.
Yeah.
Like
You just put
that.
all the A words together.
No, but that's
Yeah,
literally
3 hours.
how it is.
And that was really just like Arabi and also Brendan, but like if anyone else is like interested in that, like let me know.
Is
But
it Wednesday?
I just want to let you know.
So, yeah.
Which part?
Every hour?
Wednesday with 12 to 1. If anyone wants to come in, it's an open invitation, but admin 611.
Also, check Slack, because Scott has put in the green dot training updates, if you're doing that, so.
I think Scott's also doing a whole like SRC reform committee thing. If you are interested, open ears.
And you run for
We
office.
still have another quarter to try and change stuff.
Alright, cool.
What are SRCs do?
Thursday.
Next week.
Is it
Wait,
this
wait,
or
wait.
do
Next
This
Thursday.
week?
next Thursday?
Are you sure?
Because they were due
You don't count
over
spring
spring
break.
break, so we
That's
missed
amazing.
that one.
Right.
Next
Keep
week,
going.
thank you.
Yeah.
What do we get?
Some of you will be getting paid the 20th, a couple of the late hires, like the new senators are getting paid, it's a pay period 20. You know, that doesn't mean anything.
Aren't we on the beginning of April?
I can't.
Yeah, beginning of April.
I got that now.
For us.
Beginning of April.
Quarter 3 gets paid in the first week of April.
First week.
I want to say the
I can surprise you.
when you're $100.
You should.
Yeah.
So the next paycheck, where are we?
Quarter 3.
Let's make
The next paycheck comes out April 5th.
That's a one.
SOC reform.
The computer.
These pay raises, but it's differently next.
Oh, no, the standard thing is
All right.
completely different.
Any more announcements? All right, well then I adjourn this meeting at 6:39.
Okay.
I'll let it go.